If you have ever doubted whether crop sensor cameras could truly compete with high-end full-frame flagships, what is happening in the camera world right now is about to completely change your perspective. For years, content creators, wildlife shooters, and sports photographers have faced a frustrating compromise. You either spend thousands of dollars on massive full-frame bodies and heavy telephoto lenses, or you settle for mid-tier crop sensor gear that leaves you wishing for better low-light performance, faster buffer clears, and more professional reliability. But the landscape of digital imaging is shifting dramatically, and at the absolute center of this revolution is a camera that everyone in the tech community is talking about. The Canon EOS R7 Mark II is shaping up to be the most disruptive, high-performance APS-C mirrorless camera Canon has ever engineered. If you thought the original R7 shook up the industry, the leaks and early insider specifications surrounding this upcoming release indicate that Canon is not just tweaking a formula, they are rewriting the rulebook for what a crop sensor camera can achieve. Let us break down why this camera is generating so much intense speculation across photography forums and YouTube channels, and why it might just be the ultimate hybrid tool you have been waiting for. When the original EOS R7 launched, it won over countless enthusiasts with its incredible reach, blazing speed, and solid resolution. However, users also pointed out areas that begged for refinement. Rolling shutter effects in electronic shooting, the need for a more robust body build, and the constant demand for even smarter autofocus tracking meant that the path to a Mark II model was inevitable. What makes the current rumor cycle so extraordinary is the sheer ambition of the hardware Canon is reportedly packing inside this compact body. Industry insiders and supply chain leaks point toward a massive sensor upgrade, potentially a 39 to 40 megapixel backside illuminated or even stack sensor designed to deliver lightning-fast readout speeds that rival high-end professional full-frame systems. Think about what that means for a second. A high-resolution APS-C sensor gives you an inherent 1.6 times crop factor, which acts as a built-in teleconverter for wildlife and sports shooters. When you combine that reach with a massive pixel density, you get extraordinary detail on distant subjects without losing your mind trying to carry a massive, heavy super telephoto lens. But resolution is only half the story. The real magic of the rumored sensor architecture lies in its speed. Reports heavily emphasize the inclusion of advanced processing power, potentially leveraging a dedicated accelerator chip similar to what we have seen in Canon's top-tier professional line. This allows the camera to push electronic shutter burst speeds up to an astonishing 40 frames per second. Imagine sitting in a blind, tracking a fast-moving bird in flight, or standing on the sidelines of a fast-paced game, holding down the shutter and capturing every single micro-moment with absolute clarity. With pre-capture capabilities heavily rumored to be part of the package, the camera can actually record images before you even fully press the button, ensuring you never miss the exact fraction of a second when action unfolds. Let us talk about autofocus, because this is where Canon historically dominates, and the EOS R7 Mark II is expected to take things to a completely different tier. We are looking at next-generation deep learning algorithms capable of recognizing and tracking subjects with frightening accuracy. Whether it is human eyes, fast-moving animals, vehicles, or erratic wildlife darting through complex backgrounds, the subject tracking is rumored to stick like glue. For hybrid creators who switch effortlessly between shooting stills and high frame rate video, having this level of intelligent AF means your footage remains tack-sharp even when your subject is moving unpredictably toward or away from the lens. Handling and ergonomics are another area where significant changes are anticipated. Many users requested a more substantial, robust body feel, something that bridges the gap toward the ergonomics of higher-end bodies like the EOS R6 series. Leaks suggest that the physical footprint of the R7 Mark II might lean slightly larger, offering a deeper hand grip, improved weather sealing, and a more comfortable layout. For long days in the field. This is crucial for professionals who pair crop sensor bodies with heavier telephoto or zoom lenses. Balance matters, and a secure grip reduces hand fatigue significantly over a long day of shooting. Furthermore, improvements to the electronic viewfinder are expected to address past limitations, delivering a higher resolution, crystal clear panel with a blazing fast refresh rate that ensures zero perceptible lag while tracking motion. Storage and power have also received critical attention in the rumor mills. To handle the massive data throughput generated by high-resolution, high-frame-rate burst shooting, a dual card slot system featuring a fast CFexpress Type-B slot alongside an SD card slot is widely expected. This combination gives shooters the best of both worlds: lightning-fast buffer clearing speeds for high-speed action and the everyday convenience and cost-effectiveness of standard SD cards for backup or slower work. Powering this beast is expected to be the reliable LP-E6P battery, matching other recent Canon releases and ensuring you get optimal performance and stable power delivery even when driving advanced autofocus tracking and high-speed continuous shooting features. When we look at the video side of things, expectations are equally high. While the original R7 offered impressive 4K recording capabilities, creators are eagerly waiting to see how the Mark II handles advanced codecs, raw video recording options, and thermal management during long interview sessions or cinematic B-roll capture. With the integration of powerful processing chips, the potential for oversampled 4K video, higher frame rates for slow motion, and robust in-body image stabilization rated up to 8.5 stops means this camera could easily double as an incredible B camera for professional filmmakers or a standalone powerhouse for run-and-gun content creators. Imagine walking through city streets or hiking deep into a national park with a single, highly stabilized, lightweight setup that delivers cinematic quality without needing a massive gimbal rig. Of course, a camera this ambitious raises an important question regarding pricing and market positioning. The original R7 launched at a very competitive price point, making high-performance wildlife and sports photography accessible to a much wider audience. However, given the advanced nature of a potential stack sensor, faster readout speeds, and professional-grade build upgrades, industry analysts and forums suggest that the EOS R7 Mark II will command a higher launch price than its predecessor, moving closer to mid-range full-frame territory. This naturally triggers a fierce debate among photographers. Is it worth paying close to full-frame money for a crop sensor camera? The answer depends entirely on your shooting style. If your primary focus is wildlife, macro, or sports photography where every millimeter of extra reach matters, a high-resolution APS-C sensor gives you an undeniable optical advantage that a full-frame camera simply cannot match unless you crop heavily and lose precious megapixels in the process. As the release window draws closer and official certification filings point toward an imminent announcement, the excitement surrounding Canon's upcoming lineup continues to reach a fever pitch. Alongside other anticipated hardware updates in the photography world, Canon is clearly positioning itself to dominate both ends of the market, from nostalgic retro-styled full-frame bodies to bleeding-edge crop sensor speed demons. For creators who have stayed loyal to the APS-C ecosystem, the EOS R7 Mark II looks like the definitive upgrade they have been waiting years to see. It promises to bridge the gap between amateur affordability and professional execution, proving once and for all that crop sensor technology is far from dead. In fact, it is evolving faster than ever before.